If you're looking for something fun and educational to do, coming up this Thursday, Walking Mountains is holding an event to give us some great information about something native, actually a lot of things native. And I have Kaitlyn Merriman here from Walking Mountains to give us some more information. Kaitlyn, thank you so much for meeting us here this morning.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. So this Thursday, we have the science behind wildlife biology. We have Bill Andre coming to talk at 6:30. He's from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, and he'll be here talking about everything wildlife. So we're going to look at some charismatic megafauna, or some large species of animals that we all kind of know and recognize in the valley. And we're really going to dive into what makes them so specially adapted to live in the mountains. Some things, you know, physiology-wise that they have going on that a lot of other animal species might not have in the rest of the country. And we're going to have a really good time looking at some specimens that we have to kind of complement what he has to teach us.
I mean, you brought some, and one of them has boggled my mind today.
Which one?
The little bobcat.
Yeah.
I would think that a bobcat's skull would be so much bigger than that.
That's right, because, I mean, they have a lot going on. They're a very powerful creature. So when you are on a walk in the forest, you can tell a lot about some of the bones that you find. If you're lucky enough to find a skull and you don't know what animal it is, there's a lot of things that you can look at to determine what animal you're looking at.
Yeah.
So the first thing, you would look at the teeth, and I brought two skulls here with me to kind of compare. So the teeth of our bobcat is a carnivore, which means it only eats meat. And you can tell because it has these very sharp, kind of gnashing teeth on the side that almost look like a fork and knife coming together.
Yeah.
So this would be kind of indicative of a carnivore because they only eat meat. They have to cut it up, and a lot of them will just swallow it whole. But if they are going to chew it, they use those kind of knife
teeth. They need those big teeth to
exactly.
do it.
That's right. But if you look at, now this is a beaver. If you look at a beaver's teeth, beavers are herbivores. They only eat plants, and so their teeth, even if you ignore these top two, these back molars look very different than those of a carnivore. They're pretty flat, and they are really good at gnashing and grinding like the bark or plant matter. So that's two ways, just by looking at the teeth, that's how you can tell what an animal eats and potentially what it is.
Kind of narrowing it down, eliminating the possibilities. I still cannot get over the fact that the beaver skull is so much bigger than the bobcat skull.
Right, exactly. I mean, and we were talking, this could have been a smaller bobcat, but once you kind of add all the muscle and the fur and everything, then it kind of, you realize how small potentially their skulls really are. But that doesn't take away from the power of those teeth that they can use when they're catching their prey.
So, I mean, this is just like a great little preview of what's coming on Thursday.
Yeah.
Are there going to be more things like this there on Thursday?
Yes, so the Science Center has kind of a plethora of specimens that you can look at when you're at the Science Center. And then we have some behind the scenes things we use for our programs. We have a full pelt of a black bear that we're going to have to be able to look at, you know, how it feels, how big it is. We have tons of other skulls we can look at, the skulls of mountain lions, black bears, mule deer, all sorts of different animals.
Kaitlyn, what is the best way for people to participate in this event taking place on Thursday?
That's a great question. We prefer that people sign up on our website so that we know how many people to expect. So walkingmountains.org. /SB for Science Behind is the best way to see everything that we have coming up, because this is also a monthly series. So if you liked what you saw this month, you might like what you see next month.
Kaitlyn, thank you so much. I feel like you and I could talk forever. She has so much great information, and so does the entire Walking Mountain Science Center. So like she said, this takes place once a month. So fun, educational, and there's nothing better than building your own knowledge, especially on animals that do live here in Colorado, only because camping with bears and mountain lions are a very serious risk out here. So make sure that you go to Walking Mountain Science Center, go to the website, sign up for the great program taking place on Thursday. Coming up next, we're going to go check in with Mark and get a look at that full weather report.